part of the Everything series. And Jock, thank you so much for being here. You have been absolutely a fantastic first guest for us here on Fate Radio, and I'm so glad that it was you.
I am honoured, and I'm just so delighted. You know, I have a history with Fate, and to be the first guest with the show being revived, it makes my heart sing, and I just hope that my words can help people out there. And if I don't know, then I'll know someone who knows, and I'm happy to share my knowledge with anyone.
Thank you. And with that being said, we are going to take our top of the hour break here on WBHM Digital Broadcasting out of Birmingham, Alabama. I hope you enjoyed this interlude. We'll catch you on the flip side.
Awesome.
You're listening to WBHM Digital Broadcasting, the best in paranormal talk, only on Paranormal Experience Radio. Broadcasting live out of Birmingham, Alabama.
Welcome back to Fate Radio. I am your host, Kat Hobson, and I am so excited to be here tonight. I have had a chance to interview Jock Brocas, who is just an astounding author and medium. And now we get to meet, I know him, we investigate together. But this is my friend, Kevin Cain, who is a haunted collector, and we thank goodness for that every time we have something that has to be removed from a home. But Kevin is a brilliant author in his own right. He has done so much amazing work. He does everything from information on his haunted dolls that started with My Haunted Collection. Well, it didn't start with My Haunted Collection, but includes My Haunted Collection, Patty Doll, and Tammy Baby. And his most recent book is At War on the Laffy, an Officer's Memoirs. Kevin Cain, welcome to Fate Magazine Radio.
Thank you. I'm really excited to be here.
Well, I'm excited that you're here too because, you know, we haven't really had a chance to catch up lately. Not enough, anyway. Although we are going to be seeing each other at some events that we have coming up. But, you know, I think that as a collector, you have some of the most interesting items, and I love that I've had a chance to meet them, too.
Yeah, they're wonderful, and most of them are positive, thankfully. Thank God for that. And I've had some great experiences with them, and I'm glad you all have gotten to come and check them out a few times. And I'm happy to bring some on not vacation, but on vacations too.
Right. Well, you know, when you shared, y'all, Kevin has a haunted doll that walks, and it's supposed to walk, but I have to tell you that one of our team members is not interested in going to any more cookouts at your house.
I know.
Because, you know, you have some very sweet babies. You really do. But you have some that have been altered to be scary. And you have a few little things that have a little bit of an attitude, right?
Yeah, there's a few of them in there. There's one that's actually had a really bad. I think it had a demon with it, but I've
Really?
blessed it, and it's not causing me any more problems, and more importantly, it hasn't caused the prior owner any more problems since I blessed it. But yeah, she's a she's a beautiful doll, but looks can be deceiving. So that's a big thing I have to be careful about. They sometimes they get in the most adorable, sweetest looking dolls, very unassuming. So you never know till you get it home and things start happening that it's actually not as sweet as it looks.
Do you ever get one and have, I know that you do, and I know that you don't just take in sweet baby dolls, because you have the mirror from that one investigation, and you have other things too. And we have a question in chat that says, no funny stories about me for you to share, huh? And there are absolutely not. Yes, we do investigate together, and yes, sometimes I'm a goober. So he probably does have some he could share, but he's probably not going to because we may have sound issues. So I kid. I know I'm a goober sometimes. But, you know, we had a crash course on how to bind an object that night, right?
Yeah, I had to do that crash is right. Because that was the first time I'd taken something that had anything negative with it. So I brought it home, and I said the first thing I'm going to do is not bring it in my house until I make sure that it's taken care of. So I kept it on the patio that night. That was the case where the man and his family were, I think he had tried to be an amateur paranormal investigator, and he used a Ouija board, which we try to warn people away from those, but he used one in a cemetery.
Well, and he asked for anything and not anyone to communicate with him also. Verbiage matters, as does intent.
Yeah, you do that, and then anything could come through.
And did.
So, oh, yeah. And I think there was some hair pulling and scratching, and I think he said his wife, or he or his wife got their leg pulled in the bed, like they were about to get pulled out of bed. And she and the daughter left because
she left and took the children because she thought it wasn't safe. She was probably right, but that was kind of an extreme experience.
Yes. So he was more than happy for me to take that out of there. He didn't, they're serious when they don't ask for money. They just get it out of here,
Yes.
And so I brought it home, and I was trying to get in touch with John Zappas, but with such limited time, I finally found online the blessing that was used, the thing that he normally does, and how to pray over exactly what to say, exactly what items to have, which in this case was a blessed crucifix, a blessed medallion, which I just, thank God I happen to have both of those already, right. And holy water, which I had too. And I prayed and soaked that thing with holy water and prayed until I felt better about it. And I have this cat, you met her,
yes.
My cat, Maddie. She lets me know if she doesn't like something. She loves to sniff out the items I bring in, but that particular item she didn't want to have anything to do with. So when I brought it in, she finally walked up and sniffed it out and gave her a little approval on it. And I hung it up with that sign, kind of like Annabelle. It's got a sign on it that says, warning, positively do not touch.
Right. And people take that to heart when they walk in that door, too.
Yeah.
I do.
Oh, yeah.
But I saw what was in it.
Yeah.
So.
And I have the signs over the glass, too, in case anybody wants to get tempted to look into the mirror. I don't really feel comfortable doing that either. Just looking into it might cause something. So.
Well, you don't know what might look back.
Oh, yeah. But that was my first test, and it worked. I checked with that guy. I had him on my text, my phone. I texted him. He said things had calmed down a lot once the mirror was taken out. I think they still had some small things, but nothing like they had before. And I haven't had any problems with it. So, and every once in a while, I still have to go by and pray over it, splash some holy water. It's always good to go back and, do it again periodically to make sure it stays sealed up.
Well, with items such as something as powerful as Annabelle and some other things that I'm aware of, those are multiple bindings, and they do have to happen periodically. So I think it's wise that you do that. But how did you get involved? I know how you started writing because, one of your books is stories that your grandmother used to tell you, and it is so precious. I love that book. And that is, y'all are going to hear me click, and I apologize for that, but you know what? It's worth it because you need to know. But that would be Thanksgiving Hen on a Chicken Shed, stories my grandmother told me. And, I just think that is so beautiful. I know how you started writing. How did you begin with your doll collection, and how many do you have now?
Okay. I lost track of count. I know it's over 200, but I first started out, it was in 2013. I had already been investigating the